Hello and welcome back. And we are through the Swiss rounds.
Sweet.
Pretty cool.
Nice.
So if you haven't seen all the Swiss games, you might want to look away because you've got the winners on the screen right now.
You say Swiss, but it basically was the top 16, wasn't it?
Yeah, you can say that.
We can say that. So we can see we've got two Starks there.
Yeah.
Stark did well, made it through. And then two Tyrells as well.
And two Martells too. Yeah.
So what didn't make it? Night's Watch and Targaryen.
And Greyjoy.
And Greyjoy. Wow.
Which is unusual.
That is interesting. Some of it might be the decks themselves. I mean, both Greyjoy decks, for example, weren't your regular just chuck down some bigs and smash face kind of Greyjoy decks.
Yeah, I mean, I think some of it's going to be, as you say, the decks themselves. Some of it's going to be
you were playing them.
Shit. I was playing them. Thanks, honey.
So, what game do we have for us today, Rebecca?
So this game then is going to be the bracket 1 top 8. So we've got Stark Fealty, which was submitted by David Kennedy.
I get to play it again.
You were randomly assigned to play it again. Yes, this is true.
Which is good, but I also like the Bara Kraken from Adam Oderosa.
Yeah, which is what is being faced today, which I will be playing. You can also see the other games that are coming up. So we'll be having Martell Dragon versus Tyrell Sun after this. And then we've also got top 8 for the bracket 2 side as well. So we've got the Stark Faith, Martell Rose, and then Tyrell Darkwind, Stark Words, and Lanny Valyrian Steel. So there's a bit of variety, even though there's a few decks that have been sort of duplicated that have got through. None of them have got the same agenda. So still it's still quite different.
Very true. I mean, I just feel at the moment in the game, there's just so many different decks you could build and so many different ways you can build decks. I don't think I've ever seen it so even.
Yeah.
Granted, we saw the Battle of Blackwater Bay yesterday and there were 3 Starks in the top 4. So Dark Crossing might still be good and Night's Watch Valyrian Steel, but generally when you've got a tournament like this with loads of different non-tier 1 decks, you get some really good matchups.
Yeah.
And we have the setups coming up here.
Yeah, so you can see the game on the screen. We're just sort of going through. I think I've mulliganed, but I think you kept your hand.
Lovely playmats. So I don't think I earned any of those playmats in the regional season, and I think you won 2 or 3, maybe even 4.
I was going to say both of those are mine.
Yep.
And the one on the left is the regional season, the one on the right is the World Championships.
Oh, where you finished 226 at Worlds?
No. I actually made the top 100, honey, unlike some people.
So I've set up a House Manderley Knight, a Direwolf Pup, Jory Cassell, and a Hearttree Grove. I think that's really good.
Yep.
4 cards set up.
I've got Hagen's Daughter, Chamber of Painted Table?
Yep.
That's right, yeah. Maybe it's a Chamber of Secrets then.
The Chamber of Painted Secrets.
I think that's Blackwater Bay and a Rose Road. And just showing you my hand there, so...
Red Priest, Bob, Hunting Accident. So you've got options.
Yeah, it seems okay. Crescent, in case you're playing anything annoying.
Yeah, this is where you go. I just want to look at the camera, so I'm about to show my hand. Don't do that.
I was genuinely just checking I turned on the camera. Your hand's amazing. You got like Small John Umber, Rob, Greywind. That seems fun.
All the characters that I might want.
All the key pieces.
The 3 cost or higher at least. I've got 2 cost and higher on the board. And the only thing I'm missing really is another economy location to build up through the game. But I think my board presence can be good.
And hey, you might draw a econ location at some point anyway, so
Indeed.
It's not a massive issue not to have one in hand at the moment. Looks like I'm going to be first player this turn.
Who won the toss?
I don't know.
Me neither.
So I don't know whose decision it was, but I'm going first.
Maybe I decided to make you the first player because, you are Baratheon. You have Bestow, you have Blackwater Bay, which makes me think you're going to maybe do some stuff which will kneel out characters. Maybe let's get that out of the way so I can make my marshalling decision with a bit more clarity.
Yeah, that seems fair. You're showing us your hand, but I did keep telling you, like, the glare from...
Well, quite clearly Rob.
Yeah, but the first one you couldn't really see.
Oh, just when I looked away, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So that means I've got 2 Robs in hand.
Duke drop seems good.
That's
and you
handy.
can just about afford him this turn if you wanted to.
Yeah, I'm going to have 7 resources.
Yeah, you've got 5 gold plus the Fealty and the Hearttree Grove. I probably should actually say what the plots were. So I played up the gates. I went and grabbed the Gates of the Moon, and you played the Winter Reserves. So
I'm going to have 8 resources.
Yes, because of the gates. Yeah. So in future rounds, you will get +1 gold and +1 reserve, right?
Correct. So I'm not sure if I want to spend all my money on Rob here. I think I would certainly prefer to get Cat out because I have no intrigue icons.
Yeah, that makes sense. Especially now I've played out an intrigue icon myself. So I played out the Lord's Port Shipwright to see if you would use your economy or not, and you did, which kind of tells me maybe you don't have anything else economy-wise in hand that might need to be knelt. I wasn't sure what to play, so I thought I'd go with the Red Priest just to try and limit your options. Oh, is that a Strangler?
Strangler, a Ward. 2 Robs, Grey Wind, Small John, Cat, Alsane.
That's just a disgusting hand, you know that, right?
That is, wow. I mean, ideally, I want to play Cat, probably She-Bear and Alsane. Because that would keep me for reserve at 6 quite nicely.
So my concern is you've got Rob and Greywind, and I've got a lot of very low cost, low strength characters. So
that is true because, as I recall, this deck works very well from the Saltcliff Sailor, giving everyone stealth who has a gold on them, and you have multiple characters that can have a gold on them. Unfortunately, the Saltcliff Sailor is only 1 strength.
Yeah, and I don't really want you to chomp her if I play one out. So yeah, I'm going for the Greywind. What do you think about that decision? Do you think that's the right decision, the right choice?
Maybe not.
Okay. What would be a better choice, do you think, at this point?
Because I can control, at this point, getting Greywind back. Because I have a ward in hand. I could theoretically just ward the character back and then let it die to whatever. You know, if you do a military ever, that's it, I'm getting my Greywind back. But either way, I'm in control then of when that Red Priest dies. So maybe a ward is a better shout. Maybe not. I think I might pick the ward.
Okay.
But then Greywind and also the Strangler. Like you wouldn't want to play that Bob in your hand and have him strangled and Greywind just eats him.
Yeah.
Mind you, you wouldn't just eat him, you'd have to be dumb enough to go into a challenge with him. So, yeah, I don't know exactly what I said or did. I went for efficiency with the marshalling.
Yeah, I mean, my board doesn't look very good at all. I don't know if maybe I should have just taken the opportunity to play out a bigger character. I'm also questioning my choice here on even-handed justice.
Saving the kingdom.
Saving the kingdom, sorry, yeah, not even-handed. Is that 3 strength or lower?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. In that case, I'm not questioning it. I was worried. I was thinking like maybe I should have done it on Cat, but
I think it's fine. I think what the Bara Kraken would like to do is just get a board present, set up some economy, which is nice for when you inevitably open your plot with the Prince That Came Too Late. Then you can play your Robert Baratheon out. Then you're here to serve turn after to save him like we did in the previous game.
Yeah, I think that's basically my plan. The intrigue, I did the intrigue because I wanted to I'd either get a card from your hand or I'd nail out your only intrigue icon, which meant that I would not have to suffer an intrigue claim. When you defended it, there's no point me doing anything else because I might as well not give you power to steal. So I managed to defend the military, and then you were able to get through the power.
Absolutely love your little aggressive point to stop Alysane restanding. No!
She's not allowed to stand. She was saving the kingdomid.
Saving the kingdomid?
Yeah,
that sounds
definitely
like some sort
a verb.
Of weird human tyrannid Warhammer faction.
Yes, Richard.
Sweet.
Well done.
So, next plot. Do you remember what's happening here?
Yeah, I do.
Remember what I'm saying to you at this point?
No.
No?
No, I just remember what I want to do.
Hmm.
And my little plan. So, the problem I found with this deck is I've got 2 plots that go and fetch me a character. So there's Here to Serve and there's Prince That Came Too Late. And I had a vague recollection that you had Barring the Gates at some point in this deck.
I think I actually mentioned it to you in the last round, just to amplify the pre-plot game.
Possibly. But I also know that you like mind gaming me and you're very good at it, annoyingly. You know me far too well. And I'm very easy to mug off, I think.
I'm very easy to mug off.
I am though.
That's the technical term.
It's like when you get those like salespeople that come round, and it's like I can't talk to them because if I do, I'm going to buy something. So it's like I have to avoid the door. Like that guy who came around the patio, and I was like, I'm not standing by the door because I'm just going to end up paying for stuff.
Just close the door.
I can't though. Like they sell shit. And
anyway, it's happened.
It's happened. Yeah. This was really sad.
Got him.
You totally got me.
Now I'm going to destroy everything you ever worked for.
And the thing is, your board presence is already so much better than mine, and I really needed my plot to trigger. So this wasn't great. You're a bad man, Richard Walker. I hope you're ashamed of yourself.
Nope, I'm ashamed of you though. How could you...
Thanks!
Oh, winter's coming, even better.
So I've got... What's that? Stony Shore Raider and an Isle of Ravens, I think. That was my draw.
Yeah. So you don't want to play... you're going to want to do things that can pad out your board presence. You've got Hagen's daughter who can take and claim.
Mm.
But you're going to need some more characters on the board now. Do you have a reset?
I can't remember, but I can have a quick look.
I surely think you must have a reset. Probably Valada Harris.
Yeah, I can't remember off the top of my head, but we'll have a quick look. This is the Bara Kraken deck, isn't it, I'm looking for?
It is.
1 second.
Here comes the small John. Need to put him in his rightful position.
I do not have a reset.
Oh, play board. You don't have a reset?
No. No, this deck runs At the Gates, Palace of Sorrows, Close Call, 2 Forced March, Here to Serve, and Prince That Came Too Late.
I mean, we only looked at the deck list earlier on the screen.
No, we didn't.
What?
No, we didn't have the deck list at the beginning of this game.
Oh.
Although, if people are interested in deck lists, they are at the end of this game. And of course, you can also watch the Swiss rounds, where in the Swiss rounds we discuss the pros and cons of the deck and the deck list itself.
I mean, it's not really a Swiss round because otherwise there'd be SOS.
Oh, okay. Well, top 16 round then. Top
So-
16 with a tournament that didn't have a Swiss.
So,
Make you feel better, Richard, dearest?
I mean, you don't have to get hyper aggressive just because you're wrong. Breathe, honey. Remember to breathe.
Yes. Yes.
I awarded your Red Priest as well, which made me feel super good.
Yeah. Thanks for that. Now I can't even do a military against you.
Hey, you've got Silence's crew.
Yeah, I thought maybe I should go for a slightly bigger bod.
Bigger bod.
Bigger bod. Yeah. Maybe I can just about hold off your attacks.
I mean, I have Winter coming in hand, but no way to afford it now.
Mm. Oh, and I've also forgotten Blackwater Bay, so, that's good.
Yeah.
I remember it in a minute, though, so I do have a take back.
Intrigue way. Take a card out of your hand.
And then I was like, and you're like, just take it.
You can do jazz hand. Yeah.
My little way of apologising to the viewers. Like every time I forget to do something, I have to go back. Sorry, guys. What'd you get?
Hunting accident.
That might have been nice to keep.
Yeah, although I don't have to rob out.
Yeah, I think I need ball presence rather than marshalling attachments like that, though, at the moment.
Especially with no reset. You need to just sort of keep alive.
So the other thing, annoyingly, is this deck has Taste for Flesh in it.
Oh yeah, David put a Taste for Flesh in there.
There's only one, but Richard always seems to find the one, which totally puts me off defending anything with a dog in. Look, I'm like, oh shit, there's a dog. So I'm like, nope, not going to defend. It's like, oh. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should have just defended it. But then you'd inevitably have the Taste for Flesh if I did.
I mean, I don't think we've seen my draw, and I do not have it. So
no, but if I defended, you'd have just magically had this Taste for Flesh. They'd have just like fallen out your ears or something.
Interesting. The things that fall out of my ears, guys.
That's definitely where Taste for Flesh comes from. They just fall out of Richard's ears.
Amazing.
I'm sorry whoever designed that card, but it's just Richard's card now.
Don't worry, it's just an FFG special. It's not a champ card.
Do you get to do a champ card thingy?
What?
Do you get to do a champ card thing?
That was not a prize, unfortunately.
Bit naff, innit?
Bit naff.
You could have had like a taste...
I would have designed an amazing card, really balanced and stuff.
You'd have made like a more extreme version of Taste for Flesh, basically, wouldn't you?
No.
Something to support doggy decks.
Maybe something to support a doggy deck, but we will never know. Famine. Just because I want to make it a bit harder for you to put characters on the board.
Yeah, thanks for that. Because
you do have Hagen's daughter.
I'm not.
And now you're going to get another character for cheap.
Yeah. And because you got 2 claim, it's like, well, I guess I need to go for Kerwin, right?
Really? Interesting.
Don't you think?
Interesting. Yeah, Kerwin can eat 2 claim all by himself.
Be a shame if you were to Winter's Coming me. Hey, Han.
He can eat 2 of that 3 claim.
Yeah.
Poor Kerwin. He was not treated kindly in the books.
Or in this game.
Look at your terrible shuffling.
Thanks.
It's not a shuffle.
Better than Whammers.
Well, I don't know what his shuffling's like. He just, I don't know. You'd think after all the games that man's had, he'd learn how to shuffle a deck of cards.
No.
Oh, nice card. Winter is coming again.
See, I've got a relatively good hand.
You've lost too much tempo. You don't quite have enough money.
Yeah. Yes, the screen flipped. I had to stop it and then restart it.
Oh, why is that?
Honestly?
Battery? Someone at the door?
No.
The guy selling us Anglian home conservatories?
No. Basically, the whole of marshalling, and then realised that we hadn't paid any attention to your plot whatsoever.
What's my plot?
Famine.
So you marshalled and then we had to go back and cut that out?
Not only had I marshalled, you'd marshalled too.
That's hilarious. See guys, we're human and we're terrible, just like you.
You're meant to tell them that. Please pretend that you like them. So yes.
It's like someone will always marshal chuds on their first snow turn.
Yeah. Who was it who did that? Did you do that against me?
I think everyone's done that.
I know. I feel like you've done that really recently, and then got really annoyed with yourself for doing it.
I don't recall that, but I trust you.
Bullshit.
So I'm going to marshal now.
Yeah. That's my board, and now it's your turn to marshal. A bit depressing, really, isn't it? I'm like, screw you, man. I can't do anything else. I'm going to kneel your Northern Armoury.
Excellent. That's an entry challenge I don't have to block.
You are saying? I mean, it's not marshalling, right? And I get to be annoying.
Oh.
He's got Intimidate.
Priestess.
And Renown. I like how you just like petty retaliation. It's like, yeah, you're going to kneel my small John, well, I'm going to strangle her.
I see why you wanted to do that in the marksman phase, so you could draw a card.
Yeah, it's like I actually thought about what I was doing. Crazy shit, right?
Could have knelt cat out. Then you could get an intrigue. Oh no, wait, I've got a red priest over there. Hiding out.
Yeah, I went for the small John because of the Renown. And then also the Intimidate to try and make sure I've got enough bodies to stop
Slow me down.
Unopposed. There's a method to my madness.
I mean, I didn't commit any more characters to the board because I feel like I've overrepresented. I could have played Robert out. Rob.
Yeah.
Could I?
So I've unopposed the military because you have a dog. And I was like, I don't really want to wait 3 claim. And then you're like, haha, winter's coming. I was like, oh, okay.
How much gold did I collect?
I have absolutely no idea.
I played Strangler and then Armory and got 1 left. After playing Winter is Coming, so I paid 5, which means I would have got 6. Winter Reserve. Excellent. I didn't cheat. So yeah, I could have afforded Rob. Chose not to commit more characters to the board because reset maybe.
Mm-hmm.
You smell really nice, Rebecca. Have you had a bath?
Such a dick.
So Rebecca just had a bath and spent 3 to 5 minutes telling me all about these different procedures she'd done. And maybe she could tell you all about them, dear viewer.
We didn't have a bath, and because of baby, we had a bath installed. So I just tried out the bath for the first time, and I had a surprise baby shower yesterday, and I got all these smelly stuff. So I used some, and then I tried to tell Richard about it, and he was like, "Why have you just spent 5 minutes telling me about nothing?" And now I've told you as well, because he was like, I'm going to make you tired when I was listening at home too. Well, and because you chose that moment to do it as well, Richard, you missed the fact that you just got 3 claim intrigue off me.
Sweet.
So Richard played Winter is Coming on the military challenge and on the intrigue challenge.
What's wrong with that?
You took 3 claim, intrigue and military.
At least I didn't take 3 power off you.
You would have done if I'd had any to take. But I've not gained a single power so far this game.
I mean, that's not really anything to be cocky and braggy about.
Yeah, I know. It's really depressing. Will you stop playing 2 claim plots against me?
Or would you finally play your reset?
I don't have one!
Yeah. It's not great when you want to come from behind. However, if you could get the print that came too late and get the Robert out, he can help control the game by himself because he can kneel characters.
It would have been really nice to have got my Bob out earlier.
You still got him.
I do still have one in hand, but the problem
Play him out.
The problem is, when you've got 2 claim and playing up Bob basically uses pretty much all my gold and I won't be able to get anything else out, I don't want to risk losing my Bob. I mean, maybe I should have put it out, but...
Well, I played 2 Winter is Coming. I'm unlikely to have the 3rd. So 2 claims should be enough. Just don't oppose it. No taste for flesh. Kill off the priestess and the crew. And...
Get March next turn, potentially?
Don't have March. It's full of winter plots.
Well, I don't know, do I?
You do, I told you.
Not before the game.
We already played a game with this deck.
Oh, you know my memory's like.
Fantastic, guys. No matter what she says, it's fantastic.
So
Stony Shore Raider.
Yeah, so I'm going for little stuff again.
So I think if you'd have played Robert Baratheon, I would have had to seriously consider my moves. Obviously, I'm going to a military with Alyssane, stealthing Robert, but if I want to win, I need to commit Alyssane and somebody else into the challenge. If I want to win intrigue, I have to put more characters into the challenge, probably the priest, and then half my board now. And Robert's just going to say, your chud ain't standing, mate. It is risky, I give you that. When you've seen 2 Winter is Coming, unlikely the 3rd one's going to come out. And there's no card in Shadow to play Shadow of the North. Unbridled Generosity. Put a gold on up to 3 cards. So now Silence's crew is 6. So you could have done that and then played Robert. but then you wouldn't have the stealth on all those 3 characters.
Mm.
So if the board were
I've still
even in
got
terms
4.
of characters,
Yeah.
you'd have a really nice advantage now because, you could just stealth them and win the challenge if you need to.
I'm saving 4 gold. So all I can think is it 2 for Hagen's daughter or 1?
2.
2. And then maybe another Saving the Kingdom?
Maybe you want to use Hagen's daughter twice. Bring them out, soak military claim, killer, bring them out again.
Yeah, that's also not a possibility.
I'm considering the green first.
I'm considering you marshalling first.
Oh, I haven't marshalled. You're
No.
first.
Yeah.
Damn.
I know, it's not good.
Yeah, I'm going to check a play roll. Did I just pay
You paid a lot for that.
6, yeah.
Haven't you? So you'd have got...
Because I knelt Fealty and that for the Godwood.
Oh, you played the Godswood. Okay. I didn't notice that down there.
You're going to save the kingdom from the evil Alisane.
Oh, I remember. I was like, look, Richard, if you got robbed, just play him out. You speed the game up. You get some renown and shit. And you're like, okay. And then I was like, I'm saving the kingdom, you rob.
Yeah, you tricked me. You're just like, look, I'll be honest with you. I don't have a reset and I'm going to lose. Just play your Rob out and then you can get renown. I was like, are you lying to me? You said no. I said, okay, I'll play Rob out. And then she saves the kingdom on Rob. I was like, you just literally played me.
I wasn't actually genuinely going to do that to begin with. And then I just thought, you know what, fuck it.
Never trust Rebecca.
Hey, I'm trustworthy.
Never trust anyone who says, hey, I'm trustworthy.
I'm trustworthy when it matters.
But that's not the definition of trustworthy. Anyway.
I'll always do my best to keep my word. Just sometimes I forget what my word was. Yeah, I think I chose to go first, thinking if you go first, you're just going to beat me up and it'll be horrendous.
And then you had to do math.
And then I had to do maths. And then I was like, if I do a challenge, it just gives you stuff to take. So I was like, I'm just going to pass.
Amazing. Here comes an intrigue.
I'm doing really well with these challenges. And I thought you had 2 claim as well, and you just got 2 awesome characters at my hand, which is really quite depressing.
Yeah, and triggered the Godwood as well.
Yeah.
So if you'd have put one of those coins on the Stony Shore Raider, you could have knelt it. Starved me of cards, although that's not really your problem.
Huh?
Now.
Sorry, what?
Stony Shore Raider, an action you can bend the gold off an yellow location.
Ah. Didn't realise that.
Oh, risking the taste for flesh.
Do I leave a knelt? No. I'm just like, fucking taste flesh. And then I was like, no, I need to slow you down. I'm just going to do it. Have you got one? Have you got one, Richard? And you were like, no. You shit bag. So going in for a power. And I can't win it, so you get the renown.
Just hurry up and win the game, Richard. Defend my challenges.
Well, it's like, although I want you to just hurry up if you're going to win, I also... You stood your Rob. You cheating hoe bag. You shouldn't be stood, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
See, I remember.
Yeah.
Didn't even need prompting.
I definitely prompted you.
So we close call into the winter. You can't even have your draw, love.
I know. It's like, I only did it for the draw. On the off chance that you might play a non-winter plot. But no, it's your 3rd 2-claim plot in a row. 3rd, Richard.
You done.
3rd one.
Bran and Nymeria. This is amazing.
Oh, Bran and Nymeria, huh? Alright for some.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even clock what my top deck was. How much gold I'm getting?
Loads of gold. You can afford to play Robert.
I know, I I could afford to pay Rob now if I had him.
I've got Northern Keep. I can just afford everything. Unfortunately, you've got summer plots. I only get 1 goal from that.
That's alright. You still managed to get Bran and Nymeria out.
I've given up waiting for you to play the reset.
Oh yeah, what a top deck.
It's a shame David's deck doesn't have any way to get rid of your own character that you've warded. There's no marched, no small folk mob or anything like that, although I don't think Red Priest is unique, so that wouldn't work. Skagos. I think they're the one-off Skagos, which I haven't drawn.
I like how I trigger my Blackwater Bay just because it's like, I'm going to do something in this game even though you're about to just take this card from me.
Oh, look at you. That sailor. Spending goals.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Military you.
Oh.
I'm going to do a stealth on your silence is clear.
Yeah, but look, all my characters have got stealth now, right?
Yeah.
In fact, they've got double stealth. Kinda. There's 2 cliffs. Salt cliffs here.
What do you mean double stealth?
But there's 2 of the dudes.
No, they just get stealth. So yeah, we're doing military for 5.
I don't know, was it Alyssane and She-Bear?
Correct.
Then yes, it is 5.
Yeah, don't really care about the military at this point. Just need some power on more renowned characters.
I'm like, fuck you man, I'm defending.
But then, you know, I can bring the dogs in if I want.
Yeah, I know. That's why I defended with everybody. Because then you can't win it. Yep. And I was like, and I get to pillage! I won a challenge and I get to pillage! And you're like, yeah, whatever, so I get to do my challenges now.
I get intrigue. I'll bring the dog in. Godwood.
Well, I mean, you do that first, and then if you draw a Taste for Flesh, you can use it, can't you? So.
Yep.
Oh, Shireen.
Neil Bran. Just down the dog.
I think I'm doing quite a good job of slowing you down, at least.
I said this to you the other day, didn't I? I said you're fantastic at being defensive and slowing a game down. Making sure you stay in it. You've got like this fighting spirit. You're very resolute.
Well, I like to see things through. I remember back in the day when I was at Starlek and I was losing.
Oh, not this again.
And I was 14-0 down with no characters on the board and no cards in hand.
How many times have we heard this?
I came back and fucking won it.
We've heard this too many times.
But it's like the inspirational story of my life. It's like the most inspirational thing I've ever done. And I just want everyone to know about it.
Everyone knows about it. They're fed up of hearing about it.
I only mention it like once every few months.
Look, now you're forth marching the damn board.
Yeah, and I'm going to force march the whole fucking thing so I can draw loads of cards.
That's a good play.
I'm getting 5 cards. It's going to be great. Although, look, another 2 clean plot. What a dick.
Look at all my military icons. Oh, interesting card. Northern Armour.
Look,
you got locations. Sucker. Man, you suck.
Not as much as you do.
Wow, harsh.
Yeah, and you'll see why in a moment when you see your marshalling.
You're going to play your econs out.
Well, I might as well.
Wow.
You're only going to take them from hand, so...
Well, no, because you're going to draw a million cards with your Blackwater Bay.
Oh, yeah. Right, use a Northern Armoury, and then you're like, you know what? I'm going to vindictively stun someone so you get less cards at Blackwater Bay. You're an absolute dick. You're an absolute dickhead.
That does sound like me.
It is literally what you said. I quoted you. I was doing the editing and I was like, you fucking little sod. And now look, you've got bloody this out as well on your 2 claim plot. It's fine. It's fine. I didn't want to play the game anyway. There you go. That's my amazing draw.
What, you only drew 4 cards?
Yeah, I only drew 4, Richard. Do you know why?
I thought 4th March I had to nil 5 of them. Oh, yeah. I remember.
Yeah. You stood one. Stood with your normal armory. Yeah.
Fucking did.
Yeah, you did.
It's like an extra intrigue claim.
Talking of intrigue claim, right? So I drew an event. I think it was Unbridled Generosity.
Yep.
And I was really excited about playing this event.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to play this event. And now I'm like, before you take all the cards out of my hand, I'm going to play this event and put all the gold out. And you're like, sure, whatever. So I'm like, yay, I get to do something. Going to make my choices, put my gold out. I might put one here, going to put one here, going to put one here. And then it's like, cats in the challenge. Means can't play the event.
Yep. Fuck that right.
You let me do it.
Yeah, why not?
Look. You're like, oh, by the way, Bex.
You can't do that. And you're like, why not? I was like, you can't do it.
And then I'm like, shit, which
why
one's
not?
on?
Because cat's in the challenge.
And then bring in a dog, because it's like, going to intimidate. Winter is coming. It's all right, just draw 4 cards and you're going to take
claim
3 of them and use a Godswood to get 3 cards yourself. It's not only are you getting 3 out of my hand, you're getting 3 of your own. And look at this bloody claim. Yeah, look at that. The card I've got left is a fucking Stoneshore Raider or something. You even took my Unbridled Generosity, so I couldn't even use it.
Well, that was always going to happen with a 3 and 4 chance.
Aww. But you took that and my Rob. I could have played Rob out next turn. Yeah, you forgot you're unopposed and then remembered it a little bit late.
Just do a nice little red challenge.
That's it, you win.
Smashed it.
I went to shake your hand and you did some like weird finger thing.
Got him. Got him. So, why didn't you play properly in that game?
What?
Well, you played, I don't know what you did. You just refused to play your bob out. And
I mean, I think it's quite impressive that I managed to play the entire game and not gain a single power. I didn't even win Dom once.
That is true, yeah. So.
And I got chamber painted table from setup and didn't even win Dom.
I like that. That is good.
So as you can see, we've got the Stark deck up on the screen. And we've got the Bara deck obviously after this. So the Stark deck, we've already discussed its pros and cons and things like that. But in this particular game, what do you feel like worked well for you?
All of it.
All of it.
It all came together wonderfully. Had a good nice setup. Good hand as you saw on turn 1 with the Red Priest. Loads of options. Just loads of options. Mid-range characters, big characters, Ward, Strangler, Grey Wind, Rob. The only thing I didn't really have was locations that much.
Yeah.
But because you didn't have a reset, that didn't trouble me.
Yeah, I mean, you've not got a reset either. But because you've got, 4 2-claim plots in there?
Yep.
I mean, that's just harsh in itself, really. I guess the issue with this deck not having the reset is, just like what happened with the Bara deck. If your deck falls behind, 2-claim plots are all well and good, but you're probably not going to be able to get off the 2-claim because you're not going to be able to win any challenges.
Well, all the Stark characters, almost all the Stark characters have military icons. You just have to try and get a Godswood challenge through and draw more cards. But I guess the key is not having resets. Is the Stark deck need to get a 2-claim through to prune down the opponent's board.
Yeah.
Whereas the Bara deck needs Robert out to keep the board out in a couple of rounds and effectively do a reset rather than actually do a reset.
Yeah, because I mean we can see obviously the Bara deck's on the screen now, and there's not really anything in the plots to control. I mean you got the Forced March.
Double Forced March. But there was a lot of military icons.
Yeah.
And because I managed to get that tempo jump turn 2, I just ran away with it.
Yeah, I think if I'd managed to get the prints that came too late off on that round, it would have been a different game. But at the end of the day, you called it, you blocked me, and I never quite recovered from that. And although I was able to play Blackwater Bay and draw the odd card here and there, I think the consistent 2 claim really hurt, because I felt like I couldn't play out a big. I kept feeling like I had to put out smaller characters just to support the board state until I could get a foot in. Yeah. So
I guess that's always what you think when you try and play an unprotected big and your opponent could be playing Valar Morghulis. You always worry a little bit.
Well, that's why Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, I was worried that game not having enough econ because of your reset.
Yeah, and I guess if you don't really know, or if you can't remember what the the plot deck is and whether it has a reset or not, then that makes it more difficult, doesn't it, to sort of decide whether or not to play around it, which is why it took a little while getting Rob out, I guess.
Yeah, I just didn't want to throw him to the wolves, so to speak.
Is there anything else you wanted to say about the game at all?
I smashed you.
Well, it was a very slow execution, I feel, but yes, you definitely won very convincingly.
Get wrecked.
So we'll be back then with the next game, which will be the second game of Bracket 1. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by going to patreon.com/The White Walkers. And I think that's everything. We'll be back with the next game as soon as we can.
Goodbye.
Bye.